Okay, so I just want to talk about visiting Bucharest. We got here June 9th. It is June 15th today. And day one, what we did was we walked from our hotel. And you really want to get a hotel that's close to Victory Street or Strada Victoriae here in Bucharest because it's kind of like a big hub of things. And there's a lot of cool stuff around here, or at least close to it. Um, by close, I mean like maybe 10 minutes walking distance max to get to the road. Um, so the first day we walked down to the old town Stravopeleos Monastery and Muzeul Micul Paris was really cool. There's also a really cool bookstore there, which is famous. I forgot the name of it. I think it's Coresti, but it's like a 5-floor bookstore. And it had a coffee shop at the top of it with Wi-Fi. So that's definitely, it was a cool stopping spot. That was our day one, but we walked. We did the whole thing walking. We ate at the Karu Subere, which translated to English is beer cart. It was 10 out of 10 good. I like to order the Sarmale there. That was really good. I would not order the Michi Michi. It was not very good. Trying to think what else we ordered. Oh, I had a bread bowl soup there. That was amazing, super delicious. And what my wife had was a steak with potatoes that comes out like on a griddle, and then a salad. And so yeah, and I had beer there as well, and a blueberry hard liquor called Avinata. Yes, so that was really good. Day two, we walked the opposite direction, and we walked to a huge park which has the Village Museum in it. And the Village Museum is a must-do. You must check out the Village Museum. It's really cool. But it's huge. It was like, I think we only did maybe 8 of the hectares there, but there's 15. Yeah, we were sort of pressed on time because we wanted to go do some other things, and it looked like it was about to rain as well. So after we did the Village Museum, we walked on a return walk. We went back to this dinosaur museum and Dino Park, and that was just sort of like a quick stop just to see it. It was really cool. So that was our day two, a lot of walking. Day two on my watch, I clocked 9.89 kilometers. Yeah. Or miles, yeah, miles. And then, so the 2 days combined, we probably walked 15 miles, I'd guess. Day three, we discovered Bolt taxis. And let me tell you what, those things are amazing. They're not very expensive. You just put an app on your phone, and I don't even have data. So, like, whenever I get Wi-Fi, that's when I'm doing the Bolt taxis, and I just summon them, and then they sort of drive right to, almost to the exact dot that they're pinging on your phone. And so, yeah, I've been taking them. So eventually we took them to the rail station. We walked the first day to the rail station, or no, the third day we walked to the rail station and sort of tried to figure out how the rail station works and when we could buy tickets. And we were planning on buying a ticket for the day after to go to Chisinau, but we wanted first class for sure. So it would just be me and my wife in a room, and it was full. All first class was full. So we had to get the next train, but the next train isn't for 2 more days. So we stayed in Bucharest an extra 2 days. Technically didn't stay because we ended up going to Brasov for a day trip. So yeah, so definitely get to the North Rail Station, figure out how the trains work. They're not complicated. It's sort of like an airlines thing or anything. You have a gate or a lane, and you go to the number of your ticket, and you wait there till the time your train gets there. And some tickets have seat numbers on them, assigned seats, and other ones are just like general admissions with no seats at all. One thing that was odd was when we left to Brasov, we were on a train with very good air conditioning, and on the way back, our tickets were much cheaper, and the air conditioning was much worse. And so I think we were on 2 different train lines there. I think the CFR official train thing is much better tickets to buy. It's also very affordable to do a day trip from Bucharest to Bran Castle. You don't need to pay 450 euros or 300 euros. You can do it for the price of a train ticket up there, which it wasn't very much. I believe it was 45 lei, which would be about $10 a person. And then we used the Bolt taxi to get from the Brasov train station to get to Bran Castle, but there was a little bit of issue with that. You need to make sure your driver for Bolt is willing to stay and wait, or at least hang out in the area, or come back. So he gave us his WhatsApp number and everything, so we were able to WhatsApp him, and he came and got us back. But he waited the whole time pretty much while we were in Bran Castle. We did tip him 20 lei at first, and when he took us back to the train station, we gave him another 50 lei. So we tipped him 70 lei. Which I don't know if that's a lot or not. I mean, in the U.S. it would be like hardly nothing, but I mean, here it seems like it was a lot. The Bran Castle is a must-do. It's really cool. Make sure you buy the torture exhibit and the time tunnel as well. Both of those were really cool. What else can I say? There's also a little market there, so we went through the market, explored there a little bit. There was one guy who was like carving these things, these little wolves out of bone. It was actually the first souvenir I bought. Whoops, it's upside down. And he was a character. He like had a table of these carvings everywhere, and he's like, if you can break this little black string, I will give you everything on this table. So I was trying with all my might to try to break this black string, and I could not break it. So, so if you're a strong man out there and you want to get a table full of carvings, go challenge this guy and break the string. What else can I say about it? There's a restaurant inside the Village Museum with really good food. I recommend getting the Bulz. It's Bulz. It has polenta, cheese, sour cream, and egg. Very, very good, especially for like a breakfast thing. They also had Papa Nazi there, which is like a dessert. Sort of looks like donuts, but not exactly like donuts. But it's very, very good. Also there at the train station, there's little bread stands. And actually, we've already been walking around in Bucharest, and we had not seen these little bread stands. And finally, there at the train station, we finally saw the bread stands that had Corvigi and stuff like that. One of them was called like a Golgosi de vanilla cream or something like that, and it had like it was like a big bread thing full of vanilla cream. It was really good. Also, if you're walking along Victoria Street, right off on one of the side roads, there's a place called French Revolution that has eclairs, which is really, really good. What else can I say? The Roman Athenaeum is a must-do too. You must like go check that out. Across from the Roman Athenaeum, there's a very large museum of European art, which was kind of cool, but that building is super, super hot. Also, if you go to the Palace of Parliament, you cannot go inside the building with any sort of pocket knives or anything like that. They do have x-ray machines at the entrance, so if you have a pocket knife or something like that, or any sort of like sharp object, you can't go into the Palace of Parliament. Learned that the hard way, so learn from my mistakes. What else can I say about it? But it is definitely a cool building. Go see the heaviest building in the world. There's also a really cool fountain there. Off on the left, if you go down the fountains, there's a Mega Image, which is like a big grocery store where you can buy a bunch of things. We ended up buying sunblock there, which we needed. And yeah, I think that sums up our trip to so far in Romania. I will be probably making a second video later of Moldova.